have one.
Let's be honest. You was there when we got them together.
Oh, y'all
Yeah, we got them together here in VA.
sucks.
I'm sorry.
Sucks.
Kind of
Look
what it
at
is.
that. All the stuff y'all got
I
together
know.
that
I
I
knew
don't
you were gonna say that. No, I was thinking about that as I was saying. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to get it. Yeah, here it is."
We can't be acting like that, man. But like, I'm very, very excited because
It's Thursday.
it's Thursday.
It's Thursday. It's not just Thursday. It's final word time Thursday.
Yes.
Mike, what you do for the weekend? I saw
One
you
Thursday.
up. I saw you up at an event at a venue, and it was empty. You were sitting on the end of the stage.
Wow. Why you gotta say it was empty?
Well, it was after his event.
Oh no, that was a photo shoot.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Because the floor looked really like danced on, but that was really a cool shot.
No, that was actually an abandoned middle school.
That's the word I really wanted to use, but I didn't know how to go about saying it.
It's probably haunted, but
haunted.
Damn.
That's even a more accurate.
that place is it's pretty cool inside, but it's also scary.
I'm scared. I'm so scared. Well, Prince and we had a chance. You all will remember, everybody listening, that we brought in the one and only Tony Brown last week. To what happened?
That was me.
Oh, okay. Tony Brown came in last week. He was our special guest. We had a chance to talk to him and hear from him and really learn about his history and his connection to the music industry, and most importantly, most relevantly, his Cannabis VA 2021, the very first one ever out here in VA. And Prince and I went and covered that. And of course, we had immediate access to the talent, to the event. And Blackstreet, Grammy award-winning Blackstreet, performed, and we were right there at the edge of the stage in the press pit. And we behaved professionally. Right, Prince?
Hell no.
Wait.
Beck G.
Wait, we're not on break.
Out.
We're not on break. People can hear you.
I know. And Beck G let loose at one moment. Yo, Mike, you missed it. She let loose.
I can see that.
Loose.
Mike Love, it was my shoulders. That's what it was in my shoulders. When they said don't leave, I had to don't leave. It was in my shoulders. It was in my shoulders.
She did hit him with that though.
It was all dancing, and it was amazing. It was that, and what's the other one? Don't leave, and before I let you go.
Yeah.
They didn't do no diggity?
They did no diggity.
Yeah.
They definitely did.
They had to.
They had, that was the obligatory must do song at the concert so people can lose it.
Yeah.
And it was for all the cannabis enjoyers in the building. That's it. Boom, boom, boom.
So it was like real heavy smoky in there?
It wasn't. There was no smoking. VA doesn't allow smoking in public places yet. I don't know how the law is written out. It's got a lot of pluses and minuses, and one of the minuses is you can't smoke in public yet.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's just it's still so many fine lines to walk with this recreational cannabis being legal. But listen, at this point, we'll take what we can get. and until we can sell it. So, but it was a neat event to be at. It was really interesting to see, and a lot of feedback, and it was just an honor to be in the building at the very first one. We had a good time. And Prince,
can we talk about some of the things we saw? I know
what you want to talk about?
I would definitely love to hear about this
intro, but trust me.
No, it's the thing he's getting ready to tell you next, because I know exactly what he's getting ready to say next.
Yeah.
You want to talk about flesh?
It was interesting, Mike.
Go ahead and say.
So look, we're walking around, and Becky said, "Don't look too fast, but look to your right." And I look, and it's a young lady in what was it, bikini?
No, it was a thong bikini.
A thong bikini, and she was just going to work, twerking on the ground.
Like she got on the ground and held her legs, and she and it wasn't.
It was like, what? How much are you? What are you buying? How much are you buying?
Whatever she was doing, sure did bring her milkshake. Brought all the boys to the yard. That's all I'm saying, but not Prince. For the record,
wow,
not Prince. It didn't bring you to the yard.
It did not bring me to the yard.
Not at all.
No.
She shook her butt. It's the only way I can really describe it. So I got to use the language that I know how to use. She shook her butt all the way down to the ground, which I love to say about the way that I dance when I think nobody's looking. That's what she did. She shook her butt all the way down to the ground.
it was interesting.
It was very interesting. It was very interesting. We what did we indulge in? We indulged in some soda pop. Some soda pop.
I didn't have nothing.
Soda pop. That's it.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Mike Love. If you can stand by, because somebody is. If I can admit to fangirling and shaking my butt,
you didn't admit to that.
Okay, well, I didn't deny it once you told on me. That's what I meant to say.
Fair enough. No, it was it was like a CBD like drink.
Delta 8 infused margarita in a can.
I took 2 sips and I had to toss it, man. It tastes like ashtrays.
Oh shit.
Like ashtray juice.
I can taste that. That's terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And not, of course, not that he's eating ash out of an ashtray, but it's so funny when people say that, because guess what me and my sister used to get in trouble for when we were little?
What's that?
This is so immature what I'm about to say. I'm so disgusted with myself right now. This smell like poop. I mean, it tastes like poop. And my mama would go, Papa, you ain't never ate that before.
You never ate that before. You liar. You ain't eat that in this house.
So it tasted like the way an ashtray smells, or how you might imagine it to smell. It wasn't delicious.
So as a kid, I did some dumb things.
Like ate ashes out of an ashtray.
I've tasted ashes before.
For exactly what?
I think all little boys have tasted ashes before.
Yeah,
I thought you was gonna say little kids, because I was gonna say lies.
But all right. So this is a fair.
I ate Ajax. So what?
Wow.
Whoa.
This is something that's fair, right?
Shout out to everybody who's listening.
If you can smell it, you can taste it.
If you can smell it, you can taste it.
Right. So
if you can't smell, you can't taste it. Can't smell, you can't taste. Right.
Pretty much.
So I guess technically, okay. I gotta go talk to my mom.
Yeah.
I said, Mom, you popped me for no reason.
Yeah. All tied into the same senses.
Yeah. So she's gotta come back and fix this with us.
She's not going to admit to that.
She's not going to do it. Her parents like, well, I don't care what you're talking about.
I told you. How do you know how poop tastes?
How poop tastes? I ain't never fed you no poop.
You ain't tasting booty cheeks? The hell going on here?
Listen, I'm telling you, but we had a good time. We stayed for the duration of the event. We got a lot of footage, and Prince and I had to share camera duty, so that was interesting because only because I said share camera duties, and everybody knows this girl, I don't record well.
She's
because I
full-fledged videographer.
I've been crowned a videographer, but I don't think anybody wants to see anything that I video. A graph.
Wow.
Is it like those bad fights?
Is that the verb? Yeah. Yes, Mike Love.
It was fine, Mike. Don't let her lie to you.
It was like the videos that used to be on the 1990s version of America's Funniest Videos. That's how I record.
Wow.
Wow. That's a great description of my ability, or should I say inability.
Wow, that's crazy.
Big shout out to some new names I see here listening to us, watching us live. Shout out to all of our listeners, of course, on our app, at the Wu-Tang Radio app, or if you're listening at the TuneIn app. But shout out to those who are watching us live on our Facebook page on the Vinyl Word Show. And that's Altisha. Shout out to you. Shout out to Aman Matume. A shout out to you too. So thank you so much for tuning in with us and watching us live. But we appreciate you tuning in. Turn up and keep it locked right here to the Vinyl Word Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Wu-Tang Radio. But Prince, you tell them a way that I like.
If you don't have the app, go to your app store. You can download it on your phones or all on your devices, and it's absolutely free.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm coining that.
The app is absolutely free. DJ Mike Love, every time I come into the studio to do this show, I look at these. What is this called again?
A turntable.
A turntable.
Yeah.
I look at the turntable and it makes me sad all over again. So it's such not an ugly reminder, but such a devastating reminder that you're not here.
Wait a minute. You don't think I do a good job?
No, you do a marvelous job, but there's only one DJ Mike Love.
Yeah.
True. Actually, there's two. He's an imposter, but
he's definitely an imposter. I don't even need to know who it is, but he's definitely an imposter. Shout out to Shakira. She's just joined us. Hey, Kay. Hey, Keys. Miss Keys is here with us. Hey, everybody there are a lot of people who are tuned in, who are watching, and you can watch us a couple of different ways, but we can see you when you comment. That's all I know.
I can see you.
I can see you when you comment.
Wow, that sounds weird.
It's ghosty.
We have a great show lined up for you as always. We also going to talk a little bit about the new series or the new episode of Wu-Tang, The Saga Continues. I watched it last night. I watch it every Wednesday now, obviously, like Faithfulness. And
For sure.
It's like to watch it and be like, wow, that's interesting to see.
It's us.
I'm setting it up to binge watch it tonight actually because I haven't been to work in like 3 days, so I'm definitely gonna binge watch it tonight.
Skipping.
Do you need to come here? Do we need to hide you?
He might
look. While y'all tripping, I'm gonna send y'all something to the group chat. I've been getting these messages.
Excuse me.
On flights to Norfolk.
Oh.
Because they want you to come back.
And
See?
I'm looking at them and I'm like, man, I'm about to get one of these.
Come on back.
Hey, listen. You know, it'll be a great time. They should fly in like a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah. I can't because I can't do it. I can't do it next month because I'm pretty much booked up for the whole month of October, but
that's booked and busy. Dang it.
My calendar's open for November right now.
Don't tease us.
Oh. You better not limited time. That's Thanksgiving time, and your wife will cut you for real.
And you'll be the turkey that'll be served.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we got the hot button news with my girl Big G.
Hey, and by the way, today I told Prince I want to be on my militant-ish later on in the show because I got a question and I need you, DJ Mike Love. TJ, if you're listening, I need you later in the show because I
know he's listening.
You know what?
Hey,
so I'm gonna need y'all.
Beck G, I did one better for you.
What
is actually the topic of the day?
Yay! We're gonna talk about it. Great. All right, let's get on out of here. Let's listen to some music. We're gonna come back, hear from your girl Beck G, hot button news. But right now, it's the final word.
Check this out, it's DJ Khaled.
This is Post Malone. Yes, that little Chico Pitbull.
You're in the mix with the final word.
Fuck making it rain, now we making it hell money. Yeah, I never met Muhammad Ali. Wish I did. My brother saw him. Champ told him nothing is real. Gave me the chills. Thought about it, that's how I feel. We on autopilot. No captain behind the wheel. My whole career I steered away from features, but I figured it's perfect timing to embrace new leaders. Accepting my position as the master teacher, I make cash deposits before the first flashy diamonds. That's waterworks. Sassy models, the curviest brothers you knew from the sandbox will do you the dirtiest. Government assistance, poverty is big business. Overrun the Senate, both parties got policies built for the wicked. Look in the jungle, you gotta move like an animal. Prey on the predators, go at anybody that challenge you. Boardrooms, courtrooms, it'll leave you with war wounds. I ain't wanna be this cold-hearted, but I was forced to. Wore my sneakers like when DMC did. Important to black culture like Spike Lee is. He got game. I wish my mom could see this. See the man that he is. Moments you can't relive. Like taking your first swim. Like still being a virgin. Taking training wheels off the rims. Moving in your first crib or having your first kid. Moments you can't relive. Moments you can't relive. Like your first time bugging from something that Nas said. Yo, I wish I met Sister Soldier, but I didn't. Would have told her coldest winter ever was beautifully written. She alive, so she'll hear this. I'm Dolo, no co-defendants. I've been with the social distance. Archbishop of sharp spitting, sports car whipping. You're acting like the real ain't what's needed. Of course I get it. What's more authentic? Hit boy in a walking Guinness World Record. New York minutes. I'm O-Dog. Hit is Kane. The ending change. Traded my youth. Some say I became a suit. A representative of Martin Dream coming true. Every man is a king less. He make excuses. Wish that my mishaps wasn't a nuisance. Sunday to Sunday get praise. I'm God made. Where I'm from, one go in the grave, one go in the cage. Moments you can't relive. Moments you can't relive. Like taking your first swim. Like still being a virgin. Taking training wheels off the rims. Moving in your first crib or having your first kid. Moments you can't relive. Moments you can't relive. Like your first time bugging from something that Nas said.
Check.
Third verse and I knew what to write. They say I'm a legacy artist, I blew up the price. 30 years later, who would've knew dude to be nice? I hit the tables and I threw up the dice. Under the lights, outside dining, al fresco. Silk is the dress code, had to be Esco. Colors of light bulbs changed through voice command. Flew over Antigua, made the choice to land. Set my feet on a private island, house come with a staff. Chef know how to cook with no salt and low fat. Extended stay, shorty, she don't wanna go back. You gotta appreciate the moments, bad times don't last. Like my first fist fight in a bridge. Hype like the first time I heard nobody beats the biz. Those times bring me to tears. Moments you can't relive. Yeah. Like taking your first swim. Splash. Like still being a virgin. Splash. Taking training wheels off the rims. Moving in your first crib or having your first kid. It's a girl. Moments you can't relive. Moments you can't relive. Yeah. Like your first time bugging from something that Nas said. When was that? Way back. Since we living this life, I can't relive last night. I'm excited for today.
What's hot?
All right, y'all. We are back. It's your boy Prince Hakeem.
Hey, it's your girl Beck G.
I am DJ Mike Love. Why y'all got the mood lights on in there?
Well, listen, because it's hot in the mother school.
Yeah, I ain't want to hold y'all up, but it's hot as fucking here.
It's
I'm
hot.
like, they just dropping the lights. You know what? Hold on.
You don't put your mood lights on too now? Is that what we doing, Mike?
It's going down.
Wow. As long as you have a mood light to turn on.
How about I just turned my light off?
I can't quite do it like y'all because I got a window in here, but it's all good.
You tried. Well, as y'all know, man, real quick before we jump into the first part of the show, if you haven't been watching the Wu-Tang Saga continues on Hulu, but you ain't got Netflix and Hulu.
Like
if you
say Hulu.
It's now with the new episode that came out for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Super dope. We're in that part where they start forming the group solid.
Yeah.
And start working on some of the records that we know of. And so if you haven't had the opportunity to watch it, go watch it. What I want to do every week until the season ends, I kind of want to recap it a little bit. Okay. Ask people how they feel about the episode. I can't answer too many questions for you.
Give it away.
Like I don't know why they did or they didn't do something. Like I don't have that answer.
You don't have that kind of intel.
I don't have that much insight. But I will do my best for what I have. And that's it.
Deal.
Fair enough.
It's a deal. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm like 2 or 3 episodes behind.
Yeah. And you also echoing for whatever reason.
Really?
But you're just echoing. Yeah.
What about now?
Yep.
Still echo?
Yeah, sound like you're about to DJ a whole party right now.
Hey.
Say your name. Say your name.
Check. I don't have to do that because I'm already echoing.
Oh, that sounds horrible. We'll fix that. It'd be why you working on that, Mike. You already know what time it is. It's time for hot buttons.
You just pushed the button. You didn't let me finish. Yeah.
Hey. Watch that was something. Hey, go and get you something.
I said that's the wrong song, bro.
I had to fuse it with a few songs. You know what I'm saying?
What up, y'all? It's Hot Button News Time with your girl Beck G here on the Vinyl Word Show. Let's get into it. So, first, let's talk about this scamming culture. So everything is coming out now, but I'm talking about like now. So one of the major pieces of news that hit within the last week since we last met, since we were all here, was Karen Civil. And it's really unfortunate because I don't like to really tell the stories about when one of our people does wrong like this.
We have to keep everybody accountable.
But we got to keep everybody accountable. Yep. We got to report the news. And as it is, I can't skew the facts because I don't want to say it. But Karen Civil, she's alleged to have defrauded a nonprofit organization looking to build a park for children in Haiti. And Karen responds, but this isn't the only scamming that she's been accused of. Okay. So according to a woman who goes by Melissa Prado on Twitter, Civil allegedly tried to thoroughly profit from the organization as an ambassador back in 2014. Melissa makes lengthy, detailed claims with multiple tweets laying out the alleged account of events. Melissa claims she reached out to Karen because she liked what she represented. I use that word very strongly. Melissa tweeted in part, I followed her on IG and I liked her image. After an industry friend encouraged her to contact Civil, the two were able to connect and begin working together. Once there was a photo shoot and information about the project and the budget, things allegedly began to change shortly thereafter, also known as immediately thereafter, after allegedly requesting that the groundbreaking take place on her birthday weekend in November of 2014. So this isn't a fresh allegation. This is, going back a couple of years in her fraud. Okay.
Yeah.
But the client, Melissa, allegedly requested that the groundbreaking take place on her birthday weekend in November of 2014. Melissa, either her or Karen's birthday in November 2014. I'm not clear on that. But Melissa alleges that Karen never paid the full $41,000 that she agreed to contribute towards the project, which obviously was needed to break the ground and to move the nonprofit and its goals forward. Melissa alleges she only had paid the $1,500 for the groundbreaking ceremony. She also claims that every time, yes, compared to the $41,000. She also claims that every time she asked for the first half of the funds, she gave us the runaround. Though no money was allegedly sent at the time of the event, Melissa alleges Civil had insisted that a check of $41,000 be printed out. She requested that we print a big check, the novelty checks, for her photo op during the groundbreaking. Not happening.
Wow.
That was one person that accused Karen Civil. I'm gonna take these headphones off because I can hear. That was one person that accused Karen Civil of such wrongdoing, or the word that's being used is scamming. Also accusing her, Jason Lee. You all know him from what's the name of it? Hollywood Report.
Okay. I think you talk about the actor.
Him. It was quite a few people. Jesse Wu, Cameron.
Yeah.
Like quite a few people are now coming out saying, yeah, I'm a victim of her too. And it's really unfortunate because she is on record and titles herself as a brand manager and brand strategist and social media guru type of person. And she hires, people hire her to do all of this really fantastic, incredible work. And come to find out, she's charging this really, really high prices and not delivering. It's really simple. People are not getting what they paid for. Now, I want to say this. I want to say that being a publicist myself and owning a PR firm, it gets pretty hairy with customers sometimes when it comes to what people think you're supposed to do and what their money paid for. Because I run into that. I see that often, and I've encountered that with some prior clients myself. Honestly, I thought we were going to do this and you're going to do that and you're going to do this. All you have to do is go back and look at your contract, look at your deliverables, and please look at the amount of money that you paid. For what you want, you have to times the price that you paid times 5. And I give you all that.
Woo, shit.
You understand what I'm saying? So people, I understand that lane, but one person, and I'm going to find out who this is. I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell y'all who it was. But one person even went as far as to screenshot their contract with her. And it was not pretty. It was not pretty. Like literally, what she agreed to and what she did, it was very obvious.
I have a silly question to ask.
Yeah.
But you gotta promise me, both of y'all, you can't judge me for this question.
Okay. Hollywood Unlocked. That's what Jason Lee does. Hollywood Unlocked.
You can't take the big check to the bank.
Mm-mm. Okay. It's a novelty check. It's
That's
literally
sure.
At the bottom it says non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
Mm-hmm. You literally can't.
So that means I can take it in there and they can't negotiate with me if they're going to cash it or not. They got to cash it.
I'd rather talk to DJ Mike Love.
Wow. You're going to leave me out there in the cold light? Mike.
Look, all I'm going to say is it's sad. And I was trying to figure out what Joyner Lucas was talking about.
Joyner Lucas, he's the other one.
Yeah. I heard his part.
I saw a post from him on IG where he was talking about he was venting between Steve Stout and Karen Civil.
Yes.
And I meant to go back and finish looking at for Karen Civil, but he took it all down. So now it's gone.
Yeah, he took it down.
That's kind of sad to hear. And I remember back in the day, Cameron accused her of something, and she was quick to defend herself on that one, but I haven't really heard from her on these other situations. So that is kind of sad to hear that.
quite a few people were just coming out of the woodworks. Jessie Wu actually won. She's a Haitian celebrity here, and kind of social celebrity, and she actually screenshot her that she won her victory in court. She was granted to strike against not physically strike, but strike against Karen Civil. And what's really unfortunate, see, in most of our worlds, and you probably could say this as a DJ, Mike Love, Prince, you could say this as a radio station owner and a radio station boss and a photographer and a videographer, that if especially in our area, if there's one that does something super egregious, that we all have to account for that.
Yeah.
And I've even dealt with that in my field, public relations. When people come and sit down, I can tell that they had a publicist before and they weren't happy with that service, or that something really, really went wrong. And there is a fine line in our industry, y'all, between our clients' perceptions and what actually happened. And I'm a fan of receipts. So, I'm a fan of receipts. So say what you will, but you better not let it get back to me and you were wrong. Because I'll meet you downtown. Y'all know what's downtown, don't you? The court. So
you ain't, that's what you talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I'm with you right there.
You understand?
I got you.
So but at the end of the day, these are real wrongs. When you mess up people's money, and I'm not talking about $41, and you can, sometimes you mess up somebody's $41, you've changed their life. But $41,000, Joyner Lucas, I'm looking at the photograph right now, and the screenshot that I took, and he says that she built him for $25,000, and he said he was new, he was green to the scene. And, everybody was kind of hovering around her. And so he thought it was a good move, and woo-wee.
And woo-wee.
Woo-wee. Like she, so and then I just was so nervous because she went on Clubhouse and spoke her piece. And I'm doing air quotes for those of y'all who can't see. Well, none of y'all can see because I'm doing it under the camera, but she wanted to, vindicate herself. As a publicist, I would have never encouraged my client to go on a social media platform where there are rocks being thrown at you and try to defend yourself. Don't go get in the line of fire. We need to come up with a strategy. And if you're wrong, then my advice to my client would be, all right, we have to say this out loud that you did the wrong thing. And now we have to announce even louder than that what you plan to do to rectify your wrong. Because you still got to live and move around in this industry.
And this is all true.
I don't know if she's going to be able to do that now.
I don't know.
Scamming has been a thing of the culture for a while now, and people have been getting away with it. So people would try it. Some people aren't as they don't pursue it as much. So they get away with it, right? Some people are embarrassed by it. Like, so you can get scammed out of some money. I got scammed out of money once, right? And they was just like, damn, it was a while ago, but I was like, damn, that hurt.
That hurt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got scammed too. And I felt stupid, but man, never again.
Never again. Never again.
But it's real.
What they say, shame, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me.
Something like that. Yeah.
Don't get me twice, fool.
But you can't shame me again.
You cannot. But look, what else is going on when we talk about this there's this, first it was the cancel culture. That was a big thing that we were all talking about. Now it's the scam culture, because after this, or maybe it just happens to be that, I don't know, that I think there's a funky algorithm with all of this, because now all I'm seeing is scam or people swindling somebody out of money. It even happened with the Canifest. We saw where Tony had booked a cruise, and
is that whose phone is that?
It's somebody's phone. It's not mine.
DJ might
not mine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, Shakira. She said, "Fool me 3 times, psych." Hell nah. Right, Shakira. But he was set to do a cruise, and I wish I knew the name of the cruise line because I say it out loud, but I don't know. But he's supposed to do a cruise, and he couldn't do the cruise because the day of the cruise. Now, it was planned, Mike Love. People bought tickets. It was a very small group, maybe like almost 40 people. The day of is when he had to cancel the cruise. He had no choice because the Coast Guard shut down the cruise because the vessel was not licensed. Is that the right word? Authorized or whatever.
Authorized as a cruise
liner. As a cruise vessel.
Yeah. What the hell was it?
It's like a charter.
It's
like a regular,
no, I made that up.
It wasn't listed as a charter. It was more listed as a recreational.
Did
I say it right?
Recreational
boat, and so you can't have only so many people on it, including the ship.
That was ridiculous.
Workers, and so it really. I mean, when you
like
got
a fishing boat.
I think it must have been licensed as a dinghy, but you know,
the thing is when people do bad business, it looks really suspicious.
Yeah, it looks super suspicious.
Especially if you cancel on the day of. I done got all this stuff lined up to get on this damn cruise.
Yeah.
And now I got to turn around and go to fuck back home. I'm pissed.
And it wasn't because it was for cannabis. It wasn't. He said none of that was it, which was, which the people tried to present to him at first. I think he said they tried to present it like, oh, they canceled because it was cannabis. You got to come with something better than that because you knew what it was when I rented it. You know what I mean? But they had to finally bust down and say the Coast Guard shut it down because they had to tell the truth. And that is scam me. That's scammy. That's scammy, yo. Dana Chanel. Dana Chanel, who's married, her and her husband, they're very, very popular on social media. Her husband owns Jumpin' Jack Tax, and she's the one that started the Little Sprinkle of Jesus app and the Curl Bible. It's a beauty products. Well, now people are going, like hundreds of people are going on social media saying that she scammed them. So that's going around. There's a lady named Rhonda White who has wig collections. They're talking about her. They're saying that she's advertising all these gorgeous wigs, and what you get is the what I ordered compared to what I get meme. It's a living meme. If what I ordered versus what I got was a person, they said it's her. And then most recently, listen, this one really blows my mind because I just found this guy. Just found out about this guy. Ami and a Hellcat. This dude is he went from shit to sugar like in no time flat. He was reported to have made less than $1,000 a year on paper. I'm sure he was a hustler. Admittedly, he was a hustler up in Philly, I believe. And then he started this app, and it allowed people to download the app on their digital devices to get access to cable TV at a very low rate. Well, come to find out, he was basically pirating cable TV from Comcast, Cox Communications, that type of thing. Verizon, Fios, Verizon. Is Fios Verizon?
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about, right? That he was basically pirating cable from them and selling it to the customers
as packages.
But look, the dude is highly trafficked on social media. He absolutely advertises 100% what he does. He even has a new, like a sneaker line, like Reloaded or something. I'm gonna look it up when I'm talking to y'all. But there's a sneaker line that I don't personally like, but it's very popular, I guess, because it's him.
I like what he's doing.
Oh, I like what he's doing. And
that's bad to say that about a scammer, but you know what I mean.
But in terms of, he's got I always hate that people are smart, but they use it for evil. It just doesn't make any sense. And he literally within a couple of years became a multi-mega millionaire to the tune of over $34 million. He owns like 48 houses in the Philly area. He's got a dozen or more cars, beautiful cars, and he's widely known for always driving a Hellcat, which is why I think they refer to him as.
What's the problem here?
The problem is
what?
The feds kicked his door in just yesterday and took him out in handcuffs in his drawers.
What's the name again?
His name is Omi in a Hellcat. OMI in a Hellcat.
Yeah, Omi in a Hellcat.
Omi in a Hellcat. And they kicked his doors in. The feds came and seized all of his assets, and froze his bank accounts. And
I know this guy
because it was on social media.
But hold on, hold on.
Filmed live.
But this dude got a hell of cars too.
What is the problem? Like, I don't understand. What are y'all mad at? Y'all mad that he got one over on you? Because see, these people been getting one over on us. How many of y'all, right by show of hands?
You did the wrong thing.
I can't see y'all on the screen, but by show of hands, how many of y'all?
Somebody at home raising their hands
have gotten by Verizon? Because Verizon's
Verizon
is like the devil.
Direct TV.
Yeah.
Direct TV. But the thing about it is, like, I get that. But he didn't, by the way, Oh, and by the way, which I'm sure is what really got his door kicked in, he ain't paid a tax dollar first on none of them millions he done made.
How won't pay it to what? For what? I want to say I pay taxes on a scam. I'm not doing that. First of all, you are so ridiculous. I'm not doing that. One, this is what I want to say, man. You are a freaking genius. If you're gonna do it
No,
big.
I'm gonna bleep you out. Are you better stop telling people that he's a genius for doing a scam?
You a genius.
What are you saying? Mike Love, help.
How are you able to tap into Cox and Verizon and sell their lines? You are a genius. NASA should hire you today.
Hold on. I'll say this though.
He's
not really a genius for that because crackhead's been doing that shit in the hood for years.
For years.
But he is a genius to market it.
That's what I'm saying. He's the one that packaged it. See, he's a genius for that.
I am not going to sit here and agree with you about him not doing anything wrong.
I don't see
those apps are still alive today. And I'm telling you, he messed up where he got caught because I have 3 of them on my phone right now, and I can watch whatever sports from high school to NFL.
I don't have these. I pay all stuff legit. I don't do that, Mike. But what I will say,
I got it out the Google Play Store, so I don't care.
Oh, okay, then you covered that. What I'm saying is, this dude made $34 million.
34 million.
You are a genius. The thing is, they're not really going to put this man away. He's facing 500.
He's already out.
Years.
He's already out.
Yeah,
he's out.
Because what it is, that's embarrassment. These companies don't want those problems. They're like, you know what? Let him out. Because
you know what they're going to do? Because it's feds.
They're going to hire him.
They're going to try to get back as much money. He's going to have to give back as much money as possible to get out of trouble because it's the feds, and he's trying to reduce his punishment. However much money you take is the harder your sentence. The less money the more money they can recruit, the less trouble you're going to get in. So if he's been flipping that money that he's taken, he could just give whatever he's made back that he took and still be sitting pretty.
Back. I'm still cool with the money that
now I'm looking at his page and I do recognize him because I remember him showing off like his 40-something white cars, and he had like a bunch of them the same one. You remember that? Yeah. So I'm looking at the sneakers. He's been sued for these sneakers already by Nike because Nike renewed their patent on these sneakers that he has.
Yeah.
And now he's fucked because he can't sell them no more.
This is America. All right. So this is America.
Prince.
The land of opportunity. When you find your niche, work the fuck out the niche.
I'm not listening to what you're saying.
Work the niche.
Please help me, somebody.
Get your money, because they've been working us over for years.
Wrong begets wrong. Why would you encourage people to be scam artists, or as I heard somebody say, scam artists?
Work your niche, brother. Work your niche. I take my hat off to
How do I go on record saying I don't agree?
You don't have to agree, Beck G, but the truth of the matter is this. My man did something that most people wish they could have thought of.
He's doing something for the people.
For the people. Yeah. I guarantee he gave them cheaper packages. That's what he went with. That's what they pissed off at.
The subscription was $15.
They're pissed because Verizon and Cox is like, fuck, he's selling for $6.99 a month, and we charging people $100 a month. He's over here getting it busy in the hood.
But you know what? He's not the only one to do that, because there's a lot of developers that have the same app that he's doing. They name it different things, but I remember I had one on my phone, and it was $15 a month. You get over 1,000 channels, all the pay-per-view comes in for free, all the sports, all the movies, all that stuff. And if you go, and they have a Facebook page for it too, so they're doing it out in the open.
A Fire Stick, where you can jailbreak the Fire Stick.
Right, but they're better than the Fire Stick. You know why? Because if something went down, all you had to do was go to the Facebook page and you say, "Hey, this channel is down." They have 4 people working 24 hours a day, and they fix everything. Bro, they got a team.
I'm not laughing.
I love it.
I'm not laughing at this.
And they're all in the trap right now. They ain't even a real building.
No,
they're in the trap.
They live in the UK. They don't even live in the States, and they giving us our channels.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
My thing is, go get your bread.
No. Do not go get your bread if it's gonna land you in the Fed. I didn't mean to rhyme. It just came out like that.
Go get your bread, and look. Don't be on social media. You know what he did wrong?
He was on social media.
He was on social media.
Exactly.
If he wasn't on social media, they wouldn't know who you were. They wouldn't know your face. They didn't know how much money you make. They don't know how many cars you got.
All he had to do was just flex and pretend he was doing something different.
I don't flex. Frank Lucas told y'all that.
Frank Lucas did tell y'all.
Don't flex. Soon as
he told y'all.
As soon as he threw that chinchilla on, it was over.
It was over. All eyes was on him.
So
let me tell you,
young man.
let me tell you how arrogant he is, though. How arrogant he is. Although there is a bit of truth to what he said. He says in going out, and he's, of course, we know exactly what went down because it was filmed live. It was streamed on social media. You know, they say how you get it is how you lose it, right? You know, if the rest wrong thing that is. But he goes out. Excuse me. I like to report that he was arrested in orange draws. That was very important.
Hey, that's flashy.
Very important for me to say. That's very flashy. That's fancy and it's flashy.
And it matches his jumpsuit. Let's get it.
But he did go. He says it doesn't matter. He said they were on him because he's black, and I hate to I hate to report this because Prince is getting ready to agree. I wish I had a way to mute him, but I want to tell y'all that he did say, and I quote, "I hit a gray area and exploited it, and they didn't like it."
That was it. It was a gray area. That's why they had to let him out, even on bail, because it was a gray area. They can't say, "Oh shoot, we didn't tighten up the loop right here, and somebody found the way in." So the fact that people have been stealing cable in the hood for years, they did not tighten up the loop. Somebody said, "Let's make a business out of this." It would have been me. I want to say this.
There's a show called My True Crime Life, and they talk about stuff just like this. People who find that gray area, or they do scamming, but they're not scamming their own people. They're scamming the big corporate companies, right?
Yeah.
And the judges are giving these black people harder cases than the white people who get caught up in the same scams or in the scams with them. And I think there was one case where where the judge told the scammer, "Why didn't you try that in this neighborhood, which is known to be a lower black neighborhood, versus doing it in our neighborhood?" And gave her 15 years in prison because of it. And then, matter of fact, the white bankers that were in the scam with her, they got no jail time, no sentences. And then the bank that they were with was shut down in a big Ponzi scheme, like in the early 2000s.
Wow.
Like right after she went down, the entire bank went down for something later.
That's crazy.
Ain't that
so in a way, I feel like he's right. He was targeted because he found a gray area and they didn't like it.
And that's crazy because, you know, if there's no law that says what he broke. But closing out this story before I move to the next, his last words before he was escorted out. This is so dramatic and theatric. But as he's escorted out in his no shirt, neon orange draws, he said in a recent video, actually, not as he was arrested, but he must have known that this was coming.
Yeah.
Because he said in a recent video, "I became a millionaire once. I can do it 150 more times."
That's right.
As the feds called him, he's mighty brazen.
Yeah, why not? He's gonna find another gray area and work the fuck out that too. He's gonna find a way to sell y'all daylight, and that's my type of dude.
Shout out to Sir Rollins, Prince of Cakes. I love you too.
That's my type of
dude. Yeah.
Sure.
I just want to close this scam report out by saying, don't do it. Don't listen to Prince Hakeem. Do the right thing so you don't go to
The real scammers are the ones on social media trying to steal from you out your accounts.
Hey, y'all heard Dr. Umar Johnson when he goes,
"You talking about the guy that just married 2 women?
Suspicious.
You talking about the guy that just married 2 women?
That guy.
That was him.
He married 2 women.
He married 2 women.
Shout out to my man. Him and Brother Polite. Brother Polite got like 3 wives.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's what it is.
But I just, you know,
we can talk about that if y'all like.
We can talk about it later. Shout out to Ty, one half of the Diva Duo. There he is, one half of the Diva Duo from the.
That don't look suspicious. Suspicious
from Tough Talk today. Shout out. Okay, I got one more thing to tell y'all before we go, and it's I have to. Rob Alton, what did you say? He talking about get the money though.
Get that money. Get that. That's my man. We grew up in the hood together.
What's wrong with our listeners?
Because we grew up in the hood together. He already know what time it is.
You know what? From now on, just like when y'all call into the show, and I tell y'all the rule is you got to speak to Beck G. When y'all be typing this mess, y'all need to go and answer. Make sure you type. I'm here with Prince.
Go get your
I'm here with Prince.
Find a way to steal electricity and sell that.
Shout out to Tough Talk today, one half of the Diva Duo. Listen to this story here. This is the proper closeout, because this went in a direction I had no idea was going to go in. But Method Man,
what up,
METHOD man. Listen, Method Man showed up as a surprise for Jada Pinkett Smith for her 50th birthday.
Right. Go ahead. I was giving you some
I was dancing. Method Man, he did surprise Jada Pinkett Smith for her 50th birthday. I like this music under me. I like that. The Wu-Tang Clan rapper and Power Book 2 Ghost star celebrated his 50th birthday earlier this year, March the 2nd. Of course, I know that. And he looks absolutely amazing. Speaking with the ladies of Red Table Talk, Meth shared his aha moment when it came to taking care of his body. They said maturity and growth is when you look in the mirror and you get tired of your own BS. And he said as soon as he hit 40, he was like, what are you doing to himself? Things weren't going according to the way that he felt they should. After going overseas the same year, about the 5th time, because the money here was drying up for the 90s artists. He said, what else is there for me to do? What else can I do for myself? And he decided to take things one step at a time. He wanted to know what he could improve. What was he in control of first? These are wonderful epiphanic episodes that he had as an adult, a mature man, to say these things. When you do this introspective inspection, and you ask these kinds of questions. God dang it, I didn't mean to rhyme. It just came out like that.
I'm watching in amazement, like, damn, baby, you using big words and rhyming them.
It's a skill. It's a gift. That's what I need. That's what I need. Right. But he says the first thing he decided, Mike Love, do you like it or you don't like it?
I love it.
You didn't like the scratch?
He said, I love it. He said, in closing out his story, he says he's in control. I'm in control of my body. So let's do that. And of course, big shout out to Method Man because he has a marvelous gym up in New York. It's called Tikal Gym. And, for obvious reasons, Tikal. If you know, I shouldn't even have done that. If you know, I shouldn't even have gave you a hint why it's called Tikal. But he has a marvelous gym, Tikal Athletics, please. I stand corrected, Tikal Athletics. And, so it was all love. It was a marvelous 50th birthday party and celebration for Jada Pinkett Smith. But I just had to tell you that news because our own was there. Method Man. Shout out to him. Shout out to the surprise and happy 50th to him all year long. This with some really hot button news.
It is. Hey, I want y'all to stick around because we have a giveaway today.
Oh, I'm excited about it.
If you're in the 757 area, we have tickets.
No,
no, you can't.
All guests, all employees and family members of and host. How do you say it?
We have tickets to the Way Up edition. The Monopoly show's happening tomorrow out here in Virginia Beach.
Hey.
Shout out to Miss Keys for dropping the tickets off. She wanted to make sure we give them away on her behalf as well. So y'all had to stick around and find out how you can win.
The Monopoly series made that was one of our first guests. Yeah. Sensei was one of our first guests here on the Vinyl Word Show. So shout out to him for the Monopoly series and shout out to Keys for being one of the performers on that. And we get to give away tickets again this week.
Yeah.
That's what we do around these parts.
Give away tickets.
DJ Mike Love said he's giving away a free. No, he didn't. I was good.
Can you do me a favor, Beck G? Because I love you so much.
Yeah.
Can you turn one of those lights off for me?
One.
I'm hot.
It must be real hot in there.
I'm feeling like.
You're feeling sizzly?
Can y'all see the sweat coming off my face?
Oh my gosh. Can they see it going down my back?
Oh, why
I'm gonna
would
pull
they
my shirt up on break?
Why? Let's take a break.
It's the Vinyl Word Show.
This is Travis Scott. 21-7.
You're listening to the Vinyl Word.
What it do is the baby and we in the mix. Yo, Nick, pass, make it
I got a little bitch from the hood, I call her gang, she don't play with that bass shit. I be fucking this NBA nigga, bitch, you know I ain't never gonna say shit.
New contract big like I play ball, little boy, ain't nothing to play with.
I told her pull up, she told me she can't, her nigga be sharing location. I was riding in the ghost with a ghost gun, seen you out with your kids, so you old one. Now my man in the can while you taking out the trash, you gon' pop with the mat like don't run.
Gave up here, they all get high, you ever had a frozen. There's too much cash for me to hide, I had to get a little bro some. I fuck around from time to time, I don't show no emotion.
But when he died, he had the racks, he had to make a go for him. I hang with the hitters who train the killers who send all the niggas on slow run. I got me a check and I brought me a cat and I went on the block and they do nuts. I hang with all the murderers, I'm paying all the lawyers for the murderers. I'm putting all my last on the murderers. You don't wanna see me with the murderers. Yeah, Rolls Royce swerving, famous bitch curving. Seen you out in traffic, you was looking nervous.
Ran it up on accident, they thought it was on purpose. I know for a fact I'm blasting mine, I never get too worried. 100 racks ain't 100 still like cursive, I been selling verses.
One time I land inside my song, I ain't gon' buy no burger. Homicide on my mind when I slide, I ain't tryna see no hearse. He ain't even died by the gun, took a fake pill, nigga died on purpose. Sure look perfect. Pussy was worth it, go get us some crazy. My diamond be here like we anniversary. We sticking together, this shit in the curse. I'm fucking with that girl. I just like the jeweler with baby with 2 anniversary. Go to Atlanta, the cop and call me. Bad little bitches all over me, way too ranked up, ain't no smoke. She wanna go to the mall. Got up and went to the pop up in Louis and saw it and ordered it all. I'm in this bitch with the voice in the hair. These niggas is weddles ain't going this hard. I'm from the P, that's gang. All these niggas know me, I hang with all the murderers. I'm paying all the lawyers for the murderers. I'm putting all my last on the murderers. You don't wanna see me with the murderers. I hang with all the murderers.
I know what is a murderer. This heat in this studio is.
You know what? Y'all gonna have to get the sexy side of me because this light is hot. This light is hot.
Yeah, there you go. Turn the lights
That's
down,
why
dude.
waking up is Beck G in your cup.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Prince Hakeem.
Hey, it's your girl Beck G.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Are you're muted?
And I still spoke.
There he is. There he is. But we saw your lips moving. I just want to report.
I know. I saw it at the top of the screen, and I still spoke anyways.
Wow.
I don't know why I do this to myself.
Wow. Hey, real quick, in honor of Blackstreet, man, they did an amazing job at the Canafest VA, and they actually received the key to the city. And it was super dope, man. Chauncey almost started crying, and
he did cry.
Did he cry?
He did.
Yeah, I was gonna punch him in his chest and say, "Yo, man up." I didn't want to do that, but in honor for them, I just want to say,
it's going down, fade to Blackstreet. The homies got at me, collab creations, bump like agony, no doubt. I put it down, never slouch. As long as my credit could vouch, a dog couldn't catch me. Say out.
I had to give him some love.
I was giving all shoulders that event, and Prince tried to move fast and take me.
She was not getting shoulders, yo. She was doing more than shoulders, Mike.
DJ Make Love. Okay, so I shook my butt down to the ground. So what?
She was giving some different vibes. She did a spin at one point.
I did do a spin. I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up, but I did do a spin.
You spun and dropped it?
I did. Low.
She did. She spun it.
And Prince was laughing so hard. My favorite laugh that he does because he couldn't get to his camera
I
fast
could not
enough.
get to it quick enough.
TJ says check your text.
I know.
TJ, did Prince say y'all want to talk to you today?
Yeah, I
need you.
I text him and let him know we need to talk to him. And I'm gonna. This is the topic of the day, and I'll need you to call in. And we'll put the number on the screen for everyone to chime in. This is serious. Now, every now and then we talk about stuff that makes you laugh, and we like to do that. We like to entertain you, but we also like to talk about things that's going to get you to start thinking and having conversation. And before I even jump into it, I'm gonna go ahead and put the number on the screen because I already know what time it is. People are gonna call in. And we want to talk about it because this is what affects the world and us especially, and we want to talk about all those things as they occur. So in true fashion, as we normally do, I hope you're ready. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Now it's time for the topic of the day.
Ooh. You up the edge, ass, you
I like how Mike Love.
Like
I care the most when Mike Love laughs, but I like when he tries to hold it in too.
I added something on the end. You heard that?
I did. And you had vibrato today.
Hit him with that. It's the hat. The hat allowed me to get a little extra.
The no lights, the little bit of light.
No lights.
Coming in. I see
Right.
it. I see it.
I'm gonna be messing around with this light like all show because I can't
Right.
get my light right. Y'all know I'm extra chocolate.
If y'all calling it, hold on. Let me tell you about the topic of the day first before y'all call it.
That's gotta be
y'all
my guy,
gotta
TJ.
know what it is. No, it's not TJ yet. I don't believe so. But trust me.
Call back. Hold on.
tight. Hold tight. I promise you, we're gonna let you call in. Topic of the day is why is Haitians being turned away while others are not being turned away
That's my question.
as refugees as well?
That's what I'm
And
upset
Beck G, that was a good question. I got a phone call from my brother this morning, and he was like, "We gotta talk about this real quick. I know it's Thursday, so he tried to rouse me up early in the morning
TJ.
on Thursday, and so he had a good point. He was like, "Why is it that the Haitians their land is devastated, it's destroyed?
Yeah,
but they're allowing Afghanistans, right?
Yeah,
Afghans are." What is it, Mike? What's the appropriate word to say? I don't want to mess it up. Afghans or Afghanis? Is that right?
Yeah, either one is fine.
Okay, so they're allowing how many could they come in? Do you know how many?
I don't know the number, but it's certainly more than the Haitians that are trying to come over.
So they're putting people on plane and send them back home to Haiti, and then they're allowing
or attacking them in the water.
But they are
physically
flying them over to be here. And so that
Flying
causes
Afghans
some
over.
conversations right there, right?
Yes.
But there's some things behind that makes people say, because it's a little bit more than just we don't want you here. I do know that, right? And we'll jump into that.
Please.
But I'll open up for the floor. Let's give it to Mike Love first. How do you feel?
Thank you.
Well, first of all, what I think they're doing to these Haitians is really fucked up. And the way that some of these border patrols are taking full advantage of reliving out what their ancestors were doing, they need to lose their entire fucking jobs and their pensions for this shit. Because there's no reason why they need to be whipping Haitians that are trying to get in here like this.
Yes.
That shit is just disgusting and uncalled for. And I don't even know what the investigation is about because there's a video. Everybody that was on a horseback hitting motherfuckers with those horse whips need to have their asses fired. Just straight up. And with the Afghanis, that's a different situation. Only because, my wife handles flights, stuff like that. So I don't know the full gist behind it, but the Afghanis aren't coming to the States. They've actually been getting turned around and sent back to these other camps because they have measles.
What?
The Afghanis, some of them are bringing measles onto these flights, and they're not coming into the United States. From don't quote me on it, but I don't believe they're coming here. They've been getting sent to other locations overseas. I know Qatar was a big one, but they're not coming to the States. We're giving them rides there because they're escaping, so they're not being murdered. It's a sad situation for both countries, and I don't think we need to be trying to make one situation better than the other because they're both in fucked up situations.
Yeah.
There were people found dead in the wheel wells trying to get out of Afghanistan because of the terror that was taken back over.
Right.
Haiti, they've been down for so fucking long and nobody's been helping them out. And that's a sad situation in itself. But I don't think we need to be comparing the two situations to each other because they both need help. So we should just be fucking helping them.
Okay, because that's the part I didn't understand. Okay.
We got the caller.
We got a caller?
We got the caller. So we'll make sure we bring them in real quick. Yo,
Thanks,
caller,
Mike
you
Love.
on the Vinyl Word. What's good?
Who this?
Hey, what up?
Yes.
Brother TJ.
Bugsby.
Yes.
This is TJ Bugsby.
TJ Bugsby. Okay. Fair enough.
Thank you, TJ. It's a relief when you call.
We talked about it a little bit early this morning, and you said we got to talk about it on the show, and obviously we will. And I wanted to get your take on it as well, and we'll open up the floor for you for just a little bit.
Yeah, so my take was, I wake up every Thursday with with stuff. Well, I wake up every day with stuff on my mind now. I'm retired, but it really hit home to me that I watched the officer hit the Haitians with the whip thing, and I'm we just the other day talked about the stuff that was happening in Afghanistan, and I'm like, why is it that we always portray like we like the saviors of all people that's in distress around the world, but then we have people that's in distress in our backyards, and I'm literally you can like almost take a boat from the Florida Keys to Haiti in less than an hour. You're there.
Yeah.
And we won't reach out and help them to a certain extent. Now, I'm not saying America has never helped the Haitians, but what we have seen in these recent years, they have been devastated. And then people are right here, and we're not helping at the full max capacity that we should. But then not even that, when they did what a lot of other people do, they try to get to a safe haven, and then we treat them with unlike care. So, it kind of bothered me. It really bothered me to see that. And then, of course, everybody look at things in a civil line and own perspective. And of course, with me being a black guy, a pro-black guy, I look at it like, it's because they niggas. Straight up, on real talk. It's because they black. And not even that, me and Tyrone talked to, he sent me something the other day and I researched it. And it's because of the history behind Haiti that has always been plaguing them when they had the revolt. And when they had that revolt, the people around the world got devastated behind it, particularly France. Because France felt like that was their property, that was their land, that was their people, that was their slaves, and they lost out on it because the revolt, they ended up killing so many of those Frenchmen. They took over that part of the island, and so that reverberate over to the United States. Which at the time, I think Taiwan sent me something to show where that was also the cause of the Louisiana Purchase, which means that America had to pay France because of something that some motherfuckers did in Haiti at that time period. And you don't think that we have some type of feeling behind that? So those things are reverberating back. And I talked to a couple of my friends about it, and they was like, "Yo, man, it's just it's probably like a pact. They got a world pact. Say, hey, we're not gonna help them due to the fact of what they have done in their past. Why should we? They cause a rift in the world when they did that. Not only did just far as the purchase of Louisiana Purchase, but giving black people the thought that they can uprise.
Let me ask you a question. As a citizen of America, what do you think that we can do? Because our government is allowing them in, right? And we can go back to the Trump administration when he wanted to build a wall to keep the Mexicans out, and he needed the American people.
It wasn't Mexicans, not the Mexicans. It was Mexicans. It was South Central Americans. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, you know what I mean. So we're trying to close the borders, right? Try to make the borders more secure. And the thing is, they needed the American people help to do that. And so what do you think as Americans? I mean, it's going to take a lot more than the ones that probably believe what they're doing is right. But what do you think we can do as Americans? Anyone?
Yeah.
I think as Americans, man, all we got to do is just, first of all, when these politicians ask for our vote, does our the things that we want is in line with the people that we're voting for. Especially when it comes for international affairs, it comes with civil rights and stuff like that, human rights and all that stuff. We got to make sure who we're voting for is in the same alignment, the same thought process of our churches that we're praying in, all these communities and stuff that we donate money to, i.e. the Red Cross and all that. We throw money at Red Cross, but Red Cross is not putting no foot on nobody's ass at the United Nations or in the United States and say, hey man, y'all doing injustice to these people who actually need help. We send money, send me $5, send me $10. Okay, well, how's that helping them? And like just like the Central American people, I mean, you talked about as far as bringing people trying to come over our borders. It's because there's a problem there, and we're not there to go help them and address their problem. And when that problem is pushing those people out, where do you think those people are going to go? Where the milk and honey is.
Where the milk and honey is.
And I know Mike Love might disagree with me, or he may agree with me, but I feel like with the Afghanis, or Afghanistan, people from Afghanistan, whatever you want to call them, and I want to seem obnoxious about how I said that, but it is those people that say, well, we helping them because they was They was linguists for us. They helped us, point out. Not all those people did that. That's one. Two, and if they did, they got paid for that. I know a lot of people that was that worked over there. Myself being worked over there, we gave them people money for doing their job. So if you do a job, now I'm supposed to, because you did something that was against what you thought like was against your country and your people, I'm supposed to now be your savior. You knew what we was over here to do, and you was helping us conduct that. So I really don't have that same feeling for Afghanis people because of they knew what they was getting into when they was helping us, and they try to use that excuse for why we need to bring them here for safe haven. I don't think that it's or anywhere. Take them anywhere. They can drop them all. It doesn't matter where. I just think that should be our responsibility.
Well, America is built on that, though. We're built on taking in, taking on refugees. So hold on. So the thing is, So the thing is I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm just simply saying you should not be playing favors in this situation. They both are. They both are in distress right now, right? So one needs help, the other needs help. You should kick one out and keep the other. That's all I'm saying.
But see, this is the thing. There are no Afghanis here.
Right.
They're being taken to other countries now. Look, if there's a place that can help Haiti better than we can, and by the way these videos are looking, there's clearly some place that will treat them a lot better. Let's help them get there. Let's help Haiti get somewhere they need to be that will help them get to where they need to be as a country. Help them rebuild their homes and all of that stuff. Like if we kick them out, send them. Let's give them someplace good to go, because this is not good.
But we can't do that. We don't have the means to do that. We've done that everywhere.
We absolutely have the means to do it. It's whether our country wants to.
I don't know how many of y'all been to Hispaniola, which is Dominican Republic and Haiti, the island. It bothered me because I go to DR a lot. DR is literally right across the bridge, and they don't even go there. They are not trying to intervene in helping them people. Why is that? Because, like I said, it's easy to say, hey, let's pawn them off with somebody else. Maybe somebody else will help them. But I believe truly in my heart, I don't know for certain, there is a pact to not help Haiti, to not do it, to not make them a better nation. Because they have been devastated time and back to back. Not just the hurricanes. I'm not just talking about the earthquakes. It's been political. It's been all kind of things that's been happening on that side of the island that's not happening in DR, and they are not going to the rescue of those people and helping them. Now, it's not to say we have to be the help either, but we know that they are in our backyard, but we're willing to go fly millions of miles away, not really millions, 1,000 miles away, to go help somebody. But like I told people, because we have a vested interest there. What's our vested interest in Haiti? Once again, like going back to what Tyrone said, we had Louisiana purchase. It made somebody a little bit upset, and they kept that thing on. They kept that feeling behind what happened there.
There's a little bit more to it.
Yeah, Haiti had precious minerals that we needed here.
Yeah,
they do have them. But what it is, I'm not going to help you because why? That any help to that country is helping what type of people?
Right. I got you. Hey, look, we got to take some.
What people?
I got you. We got to take some more callers, man. We got to take some more callers.
Thank you, TJ. I always appreciate when you call.
All right, y'all stay up.
Thank you, TJ.
I appreciate
you, bro. Happy belated.
Yeah, it's definitely real quick, man. My brother's birthday was on the 21st. Happy birthday, TJ.
Happy birthday, TJ.
For sure.
After you hang up the phone.
For sure.
Happy birthday, good brother.
He was making some really good points. If you're watching or if you're listening right now, you want to call in, hit us up. The number is 917-994-0362. That's 917-994-0362. We want to hear from you.
Yeah. I think for me, you and I were talking earlier today, Prince, and I said, I'm still on my militant-ish, and I need to talk to Mike Love, and I need to talk to TJ because I can't seem to wrap my mind around but between Afghans being deemed refugees and the Haitians in desperate need of help, just like the Afghans, and even, we're still dealing with the Mexican border. And then I happened to be looking at Fox News this weekend, And I think the TV just landed there. You know how I listen to how you turn the TV on for noise?
Right.
And there were two. I tried to run out of the shower. I was sliding. I tried to run to catch who it was talking, but it went to commercial. But I heard an anchor and a guest who was a reporter of some sort, somebody from some political figure, talking about this very issue.
Mm-hmm.
And the guest, and both of these people were white. The guy said, really, this is literally what he said. I'm gonna go back and find this clip because I don't want you to think I'm making it up. But he literally said, honestly, the only people we should be letting in, especially because of the pandemic and based on who we know is going to leave, are the Europeans. That's what he said. He said they come for vacation and they go back because they have somewhere to go back to. It was the most ill-informed, irresponsible, degrading, despicable, even disgusting rhetoric I'd ever heard. And I thought it was so irresponsible of him to spew such an illogical opinion, because that's what it was. He had no fact-based reasoning. He just didn't. Europeans should be allowed to come in because Europeans are going to come. He said they're going to spend money. They're going to come spend money and they're going to go back.
But you know what? When we come to work. We come to make shit better.
The people that come here, especially if they're deemed a refugee, exactly what you just said, DJ Mike Love, they come looking for a better life. They don't want to be handed anything. And that's been even in my personal observation and experience, knowing people who come from other countries. And that's across the board, especially, there's even a joke, especially in our community, that the Asians come, they plop right down in our communities and they open up stores and beauty shops and restaurants and that type of thing. And they make it, but how in the world, the only thing I can keep thinking of to say is irresponsible. Is it for you to get on camera? And I tell people all the time, we subconsciously, we are swayed, influenced in our decision-making, and even guided subconsciously like robots by music, media, and marketing. And to be members of media and to see people handle their responsibilities as journalists so irresponsibly is very devastating, because I don't care what your opinion is. And of course, don't report news that you can't use, and don't report news that you don't have a response to if the case calls for that, and that you're adamantly opposed to. I get that, and I believe in that, because there are things I refuse to ever say, right, or do on air, and y'all know that. But to get on air and have dialogue as a journalist and say no one should be allowed here except Europeans. He should have said what he really wanted to say without, since he obviously didn't fear retribution or retaliation for what he said. He should have said what he meant, which was let white people in and nobody else.
But the thing is him making that statement was false, because
of course it is. That's what was irresponsible about it.
Because Europeans came and stayed. Like that's how
and fucked everything up. And almost died in doing so.
But this is the thing, though,
and killed off almost an entire population when they got here.
This is what our
yes, TJ, that really happened. Yes, Shakira.
This is what our country is built on. It's a melting pot. We're supposed to come here and build the country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you're European, if you're from the islands, it doesn't matter. This should be a land, and that's where we have a hard time a lot of times when they say the land of the free. It's free for who?
Free for who? Say that.
Opportunity for who?
Say that.
And so when
bro.
So when we had those conversations, you gotta understand they're not talking to a certain group of individuals. And that gentleman is obviously privileged, and he uses that privilege when he has conversations with people. And that was one of the most ignorant statements you could possibly make.
You can't
saying that, they leave, they come and they leave, and other people stay. Well, listen. if I came from, it's like saying, come and see what's going on in Beverly Hills, but then go back home to the hood. So what if I had an opportunity to stay in Beverly Hills, make a good life for myself, and help Beverly Hills out as well? You still want me to leave?
Still want me to leave.
For what? Now you're reaping the benefits from me coming over here and making it better. See, it doesn't feel good when you had to turn the mirror around and look at yourself.
It was really horrible. It was so disgusting to hear something like that in 2021 on network TV with no bleeping, no dismissal, no camera fade to black. He said it, and he said it again. And I'm just so disgusted because he's not the only person of that opinion, and they're walking amongst us today. And it's so unfortunate that we are forced to function in a society that doesn't want us here. And when I say us, I mean a whole bunch of different groups of us. I'm talking about Black people. I'm even talking sometimes about women. I'm talking about refugees. I'm talking about people from Mexico, people from Puerto Rico, people from Africa, people from Haiti, people from Japan, people from China. The fact that this society continues to ingest these people at the expense of looking good and like we're a melting pot, only to regurgitate these people back out, chewed up with blood on them, vomit and everything else, to put on a show to say, we really didn't want you here. And I'm going to show you how much I don't want you here. I'm going to let you in and I'm going to kick your ass out. And I'm going to do it until you bleed. I'm going to do it so that your people back home see how we treated you, so they're not encouraged or enticed to come here. It's horrible. And I think what really triggered me was seeing it was triggering. That's the word, to see these people physically. I'm not talking about in a metaphorical or figurative sense, figure of speech, figuratively. I'm talking about actually, literally, to see people crossing in the water, as described, in tales of with super descriptive language, physically crossing from Haiti, treading through the water. Almost sounds like something, a tale that Harriet Tubman may have told. Yeah. Treading through the water and getting beat by a whip from a white human on an animal, which really looked like an animal on an animal beating a human. It was despicable. That literally brought so much sorrow to my heart, because that's not how we're supposed to do this. That's not humanity. That's not the way this goes.
That's not treating people.
That's not the way this goes. And to see a grown man cower from another man whipping him, that was so slave. And when people, you ever seen somebody go off on somebody and the first thought in your head is, you've been holding that in for a long time. Yeah. The way he whipped that black man, and that's as much as I could stand to see, because I couldn't believe it. And that snuck up on me as it was. I wasn't even looking for that. But to see that was much as I could stand to see. But to see that it looked like that animal in a uniform of someone in authority. Yeah. It looked like he'd been waiting to do that. And he can't wait to say to his family, that was me. Yeah. Look what I did. I'm bringing it back.
You probably did.
That didn't make me feel good. That
for a minute.
That didn't
you know what? If they do not fire him, I need every black person in that community that is near where that is, and go protest at that station. Go protest in front of his house. Make sure they know that this is not acceptable.
Yes.
If y'all really care, that's what needs to be done.
Yes.
Just like how we got that white dude up out of the neighborhood in South Carolina for pushing around that black kid, telling him he didn't belong there.
Yes, sir.
What they did, I forget what city it was, where that white man was harassing those elderly black people, and then gave everybody his address. And guess what happened? The whole hood showed up.
That's what we got to do.
No, that's
we got to show up. And I get so angry with myself, because I wish I had I wish I could save everybody. I think we all have that feeling. I wish I could just go grab them all, save them, and do all the damage I could possibly do, short of killing somebody. Do give them back what they issued out. I wish I could personally do that. But y'all, that hurt, and I'm not Haitian.
Even if we can't save them,
Yeah,
we don't have to treat them like that.
We gotta take a break, y'all.
All right,
we're
gonna go to break.
We're gonna keep it open and running for y'all guys.
Yeah.
We do have the crazy news with DJ Mike Love.
I don't even feel like doing that shit no more.
He doesn't want to do it. I think we should keep it rolling.
Let's go.
We're gonna keep it rolling, but shit.
Lines open for y'all to call in.
Thank you, Mike Love. Yeah,
because it's a lot more to peel back from that. So y'all sit around, y'all sit tight. We'll be right back.
This is real serious. We'll be right back, y'all. It's the Vinyl Word.
Bringing you the best selection of hits for your listening pleasure.
Yeah, so let's get into it.
Whoa World Radio.
On my way to Bootsy Bello with hella though. Trying to think what I'ma tell them when they get alone. I'm a glutton for women I shouldn't yearn for. Shouldn't be tempted, but baby, I like to hurt. Or maybe cause I was searching, I found me the perfect person, but me and her didn't work out. She buried what you worked for. And I carry the bitterness of a cola nut. Jerry and my parents never showed much. Womanizer probably could have been a feminist, cause I respect them, but Lord, I got polygamy problems. The hoodie come from Bonnie's, spending money, it's therapeutic. The way that they don't think that you care to buy, so we buy Prada, Balenciaga like it is nada. And the Ferrari, my favorite's God, and tax problems. Pierre Mars, I dropped 10 on my last visit, and half that up in Saks. I favor black businesses. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Yeah. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yo, look. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Spent about 2 racks on handmade new rags. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class to rap and back. People, the highlight was a movie we ain't promised a sequel. Ambition, my second album, how was you sleeping? Dropped the album with Seinfeld, they thought I was tweaking. A prophet, a genius. I'm flying with Lena, I'm riding with Nina. One right for the shy, one right where I need her. The funny thing is, I'll always be single. I love me some Logan, I love me some Issa. I never get Evas. Them women is queens me. I'm a drunk, I'm a demon. Heaven knows I'm a dreamer. I seen Taraji and Kelvin always hope I could be that. I fell in love with an actress acting like she don't need me. Polarizing the sun, underrated again. Show business and never love you the way you love it. We come and we go, they quick to forget. So every bougie event I attend, I tell them this. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Yeah. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yo, look. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Spent about 2 racks on handmade new rags. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class to rap and back.
I need you to know you're so beautiful. I need you to know you're so beautiful.
Okay, assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Everybody be asking my 6th album, my last. I'm super sick of this business. My daughter missing me. Better whip his bullet repellent, but they gon' kill me with tax. Really on clout, they ain't checking the stats. Who a decade or better, give me a decade of rap. Respect is in order, hate me better, do it loud. Root for everybody black. Haters say that's crazy, wow. It's crazy, wow.
Yo, we are back. We are back. It's your boy Prince Hakeem. That's only appropriate.
Yes, it was only appropriate. It's your girl Beck G.
I'm DJ Mike Love. I'm sorry, y'all.
Hey, he you know, Mike Love is he's trying to keep it cool. He's trying to keep it cool.
Hey, Mike, just because you was just off,
you're a real piece of work.
I had to do it. We haven't done it the whole show.
The whole show.
And you got
I get it.
We've been amped. This is quite a discussion, y'all. If y'all are just joining us, y'all can call in. We're taking callers now at 917-994-0362. The Vinyl Word Show, 917-994-0362. Y'all know the rules when you call. As for Beck G. But right now we're talking about this crisis that we're in, where we are turning away Haitian refugees, and they need us like everybody else. And this is it's so disappointing because you don't have to know too much about politics to see that we're letting some in and we're not letting others in. And for what reason? I'm disappointed in our administration. I'm disappointed in those put in place to manage this moment, and the fact that this got literally physical. And I know that this has been happening at the Mexican border for a long time. It is horrible. It's so horrible to see that children were separate. We saw this on the news, and then it went away. And because it went away off the news, people think that it has stopped happening. But children have been taken away from parents at the Mexican border. They've been abused. They've been denied basic human rights, toiletries, food, water, to be able to bathe, to have somewhere secure to sleep and stay, and that type of thing. It hurts. It really hurts to see us be inhumane. And I don't want to say us because I don't want to take part in claiming responsibility for treating another human this way. But the way that we are responding as a country, and especially at the helm being our administration, Biden administration, I'm disappointed. And when I say disappointed, it's not because I had such great and amazing faith that all right things would be done. And of course, you can't please everybody all the time, but you can certainly make decisions that are for the greater good. Let's just be really simple about it.
Right.
So, as my sister and I like to joke around when something goes wrong, even if it's not in an establishment, we always say, "I need to speak to your manager."
Well, let me make this clear, man. I'm not surprised with this administration. I didn't feel really good going into it. I just knew that we had to get the other guy out. But
it was picking the lesser of two evils, or one of the evils, or however you want to put it. We just had to put somebody. They couldn't
come. You voted for Kamala Harris.
You say what?
What'd you say, DJ Mike?
For Kamala Harris.
You voted for Kamala Harris?
Yeah, that's what it was. We were voting for Kamala Harris. We got to Joe Biden.
We got to call her Mike Love, and somebody says in the comments that they're on the same level as Mike.
Hey, TJ, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Hey, I got something else for y'all. I've been on the road today, and I know we talking about the Haitians, but I'm on the road. I just got to speak this real quick. This is what my original point was. I'm gonna say it right now. Hey, fuck that little white girl they missing. I'm gonna say it one more time.
Hey.
Whoa,
fuck that little white girl that's missing.
Wow.
All right, you know why I say that? No, listen to me. I don't want for this, but I'm just saying it. The reason why I say that is because there's so much other stuff that's going on right now, and they worry about trying to find this little girl. I understand this girl missing, but guess what? It's a lot of black kids I know right here in Augusta and Atlanta that's been put in sexual dang on camps and doing all kinds of things, and they're getting that one airtime on CNN, MSC, Fox, or nothing. And so I said, when I say that not to be like mean or anything, but yes, I am being mean. I know it's hurting a lot of people's feelings around me that I know. They say, well, what makes her any different than these kids getting kidnapped and taken to Atlanta for be sex slaves?
Absolutely. And that is...
But you can't say F the little white girl.
She was found dead. She was definitely found dead. So
you can't say
she
that.
is dead. And we all know TJ. If y'all are friends of the show, y'all know TJ just says what he means.
My bad. I had to be what I be. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, I know what you're saying, though, but I know you didn't mean it to be crass. I know I'm not excusing that, but I'm just saying, I know you didn't say that to be crass, but it's very upsetting. And to your point, TJ, now all of a sudden, there's so many stories coming out about missing black people because the media has to be held accountable for what they report. Now, listen, let me tell y'all something about media and about journalism, in that our job is to do three things: tell the story, tell it first, and tell the truth. And let me tell you what equates to truth without being held to such a... let me tell you what the truth equates to when it comes to media and journalism. It's we have to fact check. And fact check means you have to check with the source to say, hey, is this how it happened? And as long as you get somebody to amen the story, that equates to fact checking. And so here we are, reporting things. That's how the news sometimes gets it wrong. The news gets it wrong sometimes, and reports get it wrong sometimes because their level of fact checking is to check with another human. And instead of doing a little bit deeper level research. And so,
at the same time, yes, it's some fact checking going on, but at the same time, it's also a narrative that got to be pushed.
That's it.
And that's why I'm saying the friends that I got, they're saying the narrative of that white girl. Somebody trying to find, they trying to look for her. They need to find where the boyfriend been at, what they doing, and all that stuff. Like, you have not did that for so many black kids that's been kidnapped or been coerced to leave school to go to Atlanta, be in sex slave trades in Atlanta and elsewhere also too. But I'm speaking on what we know within in our area. And nobody's got this on TV. Nobody's there gonna run around here every time. At one point, I was hearing about this more than what's going on with the people coming out of Afghanistan, than the people that's dealing with the border stuff with the Haitians. We was hearing more about this white girl being missing, and I'm like, it's multitudes of kids. I won't say not just white or black. It's multitudes of kids. And this is a grown woman and grown man. Like, I got you. It was wrong. It's a wrong thing. But I'm like, why are you beating me up with it today? You know what I'm saying? So I had that was on my heart, really on my heart. I know we talked about the Haitian thing, but that was on my heart to hurt it the most, because I talked to a lot, most of the people on multitudes of level of life. And it's like, this is the one that hit everybody. Like, yo, why are we talking about the girl again? This ain't Britney Spears. This ain't Kim Kardashian. Why are we talking? Who is this girl? Who's her people? Why we got to worry about her?
She was some social media star or well-known on social media. But beyond that, we have to start saying what it is. She is white. And they're pushing the narrative that these people matter. They're more expensive, and it's more important to find them than it is to find others. Jelani Day, 25 years old, a student of Illinois State University, went missing on August 24th. His mother went on record saying, "Wait a minute, news, you have dropped the ball. You have completely dropped the ball. My son has been missing," and he was a doctoral candidate or a doctoral student. Missing since August 24th. We've heard hide nor hair from the news about Jelani Day, 25 years old, missing since August 24th. But now the news is amping up its reporting about Jelani Day. That's very disheartening. Families of two missing black children have gone on record saying, what about two missing black men rather have gone on record talking about how come you haven't found or made any effort to find my son. Daniel Robinson, another young man who's been missing since August.
But Becky, I don't want to cut you off. The thing that is very disturbing is that the resources that's going into the child look for this girl. They like you said, these people have all these kind of why ain't mine? What it really is like, if you put this much effort into trying to find her, why isn't that also for every one of them, every one of these taxpaying people that's also in this country? And it's not to say they're not putting no effort, but you were above and beyond on this one. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about the FBI's involved. They had like multitudes of levels of law enforcement involved. Talking about they got their own dang on investigators out there backtracking where they could have been. And it's like, for what? And like you say, in the narrative, a lot of people are trying to put the narrative like, well, is this another black and white thing? Yeah. Because we don't see this for the black girl. We don't see this for the Spanish girl. We don't see this for the Asian girl that's missing. We don't see this for the kid. We don't see this for the dang on the gay guy or whoever the case may be. We don't see this on this magnitude. We don't see it on this magnitude. Yeah. And that's what's hurting a lot of people. I'm sorry I had to call back and say that. I just had one of my partners hit me up. He was looking in. He was like, "Hey man, you ain't talking about the little white girl thing that we had."
Have him call.
Have him call, man. Who is it?
Yeah. He a little shy dude. He don't like being out there.
Okay.
He boisterous like me, but he don't like getting on the radio and stuff.
Nah, it's all good.
So I just want to let y'all know, man, y'all doing a great job. Keep pointing them out, man. You know I'm always gonna be here, man. Y'all do your thing. And I apologize about
TJ,
Mike wants you.
What's going on, baby?
TJ, while we got you on the line, man, happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday, bro.
Y'all want to see? Y'all
owe me a drink, nigga.
You ready?
Y'all owe me a drink.
TJ, this is from me to you.
You ready?
Ready?
Who's taking the lead?
I'm taking. I'll let Beck G do it because she can sing.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, Poppy showed us to it. Poppy showed us.
Birthday to
drop it down low like you did Blackstreet. Drop it down like you did Blackstreet.
Dear TJ.
That's me. That's me. That's me.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, TJ.
Where's my drink? Where's my drink at? Where's my drink?
We gonna let you go. We gotta let you go, TJ.
All right, man. Thank y'all, man.
Right.
Thank y'all.
Love you, brother.
All right, peace.
Peace. So there you go, man. He made some really good points.
He did.
He gets a little wild sometimes.
He's so passionate. That's why I love when Brother TJ calls in, because he's super passionate. Between him and Mike Love.
Yeah.
Boy. But
can you read Mike Love's auntie's comment?
I sure can. Is that Miss Linda Henry?
Yeah,
Henry Hand. Yeah. Miss Linda Henry Hand. Thank you so much for listening, Auntie. You're our auntie too. But she says, why are we sending the Haitian people at the border to a country that has been devastated? True. The Haitian there have no place to live, no food, no nothing. And to add insult to injury, Miss Henry Hand says, we aren't offering them anything upon deportation. What does it say? What does that say about us? Beware. We members of the Black and brown communities may be next. Wow. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Miss Linda Henry Hand. Mike Love's aunt, but you're our auntie too. So true. It's so much. Hey, auntie. But it's so true. There's just so much to wrap our minds around. And I was when I was talking to Prince on the phone earlier, I was saying I just hate even turning on the news because there's so much ill reported. But the thing I want you all to remember, whether you listen to the Vinyl Word Show, you watch the news, read the newspaper, I want you to understand that it's just a small reporting of what's really going on in this wide world, right? Yeah. And we believe certain things about certain groups of people because of what we see reported. But remember, many suffer for the actions of few.
Yeah.
Right. We think a certain thing about all police because of what we've seen happen to our community reported by the media. We think a certain thing, think a certain thing about the gay community because of what's reported in the media. People think a certain thing about what the Haitians are going to do when they get here, what the Afghans are going to do when they get here, what the Mexicans are going to do when they get here because of what's reported on the media, in the media. So it's really unfortunate, but that's why, and Prince and Mike Love know when it gets time for us to make a report, or be connected to reporting some news, we have to do our due diligence, and we source our stories and we source what we report responsibly. Yeah. That's so important. And I think it's so important for us to say even sometimes what's not being said, like about Jelani Day and Daniel Robinson. Daniel Robinson was 24. He was I incorrectly spoke earlier saying he was reported missing in August. He's been missing since June 23rd, and he's a geologist. So, and Jelani Day is an aspiring doctor. So I want you all to add these things up. It's not a coincidence.
I want to add to something you just said. It makes a lot of sense in speaking to Linda's comment there. When we turn people away, I want people to really think about this for a moment. You turn people away. You never know what you're turning away. My mom used to tell me something when I was younger. She said, when people ask you for help, you help them.
You help them.
Because you never know what form an angel comes in. You could be turning away somebody sent to help you, to make you better. And if you turn them away, you're turning away a blessing. See, the Statue of Liberty is right there in the middle of that water for a reason. It's supposed to remind you of a land of free and a beacon for those to give us your sick. I don't know the whole thing that's on there. And you're poor. But the thing is that the beautiful thing about America, you're able to come here and create something for yourself that others can reap from.
Yeah.
Some of my ancestors during my history, going back, were most of my ancestors were entrepreneurs, and which means they came and made the place that they were in better. And so you may never know who you're turning away. Think about that. A lot of our inventors, scientists, doctors were not from here originally, right? You never know. If you give a person an opportunity to be in a better environment, what you turn out to have. Think about that.
Yeah.
If you take a person and put them in an environment where they can thrive, imagine all the advancements you can get. People are individuals, are thinkers that can become free thinkers to give you things like a car, like a cell phone, like medicine, technology, things of that sort. It's not off limits to one group of individuals or people. But when you turn somebody away, and in the words of my mom, when you turn away someone that asks you for help, you could be turning away your blessing. You never know who comes in the form of an angel. I want y'all to think about that. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to keep the phone lines open for you guys so y'all be able to join into the conversation as well. And it's getting hot in here, not because it's physically hot in here. It's just,
we're gonna come back and turn it over to DJ Mike Love, and because I know he has quite a few things to say as we go to break. As Prince Hakeem brought up, he talked about the Statue of Liberty. We'll go to break on this statement. The Statue of Liberty reads, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore." This is the Vinyl Word.
Let's go! The station that keeps it rocking 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Whoa World Radio.
nothing, honey, if it ain't free. That feeling good was easy long when they sang the blues.
Held captive by COVID, we the Matrix. With cold red rain, bro, we the Rangers. Big Benny Hawk Lane, I don't need the blinkers. Pray God for it, told God, please thank you. R.I.P. to Jihad, my son a martyr. Why I cut my guy off for it, he an agent. Y'all sophomores, please stay in your places. And the teachers, good gracious, leader of the freedom thinkers. Hold the whole ship down, I'm the freedom anchor. The second we're free, see we're freedom takers. Hit Demetrius, sis, I need a freedom bracelet. Why I cut them bitches off for it, they some drinkers. On the side of the golf course, he imposter. Everybody know war still for the trenches. These rap niggas actors, they need some Oscars. No weapon will prosper, that's formed against us.
Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing. I mean, nothing, honey, if it ain't free. That feeling good was easy long when they sang the blues.
I got friends made millions and thinking they free. They should see from these cop killings that they ain't free. Nowadays these cops kill us and let us all see. I just won't stop spilling until we all free. Our blood won't stop spilling, this shit is awful. Being black where we live at, this shit is costly. Might get hit with a prison sentence that's lofty. Your life might be the price that it will cost you. Get locked for having a strap, this shit will cost you. Nowadays you need a strap to keep them off you. Can't trust your friends, your enemies, or the boys in blue. Every day watching your back, this shit exhausting. Every day moving on packs, this shit exhausting. Either he ball or he rap, or we move dog food. Always trying to get to them stats, that's what we all do. My people's locked down, I pray they free all of you.
Yeah. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing. I mean, nothing, honey, if it ain't free. That feeling good was easy long when they sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Feeling good was good enough for me.
This is Whoa World Radio.
I do this thing like condo. Me a big commando. I know that you're fabulous. Forever. Anything for you. Cause I'm in love. You sweet as the sugar, Cinderella. Say you get your colors. I'm so into you like Popoti Popo. Let me put a ring on it. Say you get it colors. I'm so into you like Popoti Popo. Let me put a ring on it. What's the matter? Could you pick up when I'm calling? Lollipoppy, I'm not a playboy. I just want you, 1 billion, just to wife you. Every time I'm with you, you got me crazy. You made me just got 22. I'm feeling like Vino. I do this thing like condo. Be a big commando. I know that you're fabulous. Forever. Anything for you. cause I'm in love. You sweet passing sugar, Cinderella. Say you get it colors. I'm so into you like Popo. Let me put a ring on it. Say you get it colors. I'm so into you like Popo. Let me put a ring on it. Melanin beach, that's Nella. Nobody rock it better. Nobody flex like you on Insta. You say you do them juju. See this swagger. Open up belly be like fire. Holy fire. See this swagger. Open up belly be like fire. I got this thing like condo. Be a big commando. I know that you're fabulous. Forever. Anything for you. Cause I'm in love. You sweet passing sugar, Cinderella. Say you get it colors. I'm so into you like Popo. Let me put a ring on it. Say you get it colors. I'm so into you like Popo. Let me put a ring on it.
All right, y'all. We are back. It's your boy Prince Hakeem.
Hey, it's your girl Beck G.
I am DJ Mike Love.
DJ Mike Love, you missed a whole dance show.
The whole show.
I boogied. Thanks, Keys. Keys said, "Go back, duddy." I gave him a shoulder action, and I had to dip on him.
It's the African dip for me. It's the dip. Can you do it one more time for me?
It's just I need the music.
You'll need the music.
Yeah,
Mike, you missed the whole thing. You was not paying attention at all.
I don't even.
Look, I'm looking at his stuff because I got a meeting with the boss man tonight.
I got you. I know for sure. We got like 2 seconds for you to do it. Oh, did she lean back like that? We lean back. Lean back. Oh, the dip. It's the dip for me. It's the dip for me. It's the dip.
You gotta take your shoulders with me.
I know that you're fabulous.
When we're all together again, we'll do this together.
We'll do it together.
We'll do it together.
We got to get a routine down.
Ooh.
Get a whole routine.
We're trying to lighten up the mood a little bit. Hey, could you tell everybody what you just played a few minutes ago? How appropriate.
Shout out to Freeway, man. We met him a little while back, interviewed him as well, and he performed this record out here at West Beach Tavern as well. It's called More Freedom.
Yeah,
and it's a new record he released out, and I love that record, man.
And how appropriate. How
it was
today.
So powerful. You get me? Yeah. So we are back, man. If you're just tuning in, we actually wrote the whole show out with the topic of the day. And you see at the bottom of the screen, or if you're listening, it's why are Haitians being turned away while others are not? And it opened up a can for other things to discuss. And we have our phone lines open. We want you to call. We have a few more minutes. 917-994-0362. 917-994-0362. Call in. While we're doing that, I'm going to give you an opportunity, if you're in the 757, to win these tickets.
And then after we do this giveaway, we're going to turn this over to DJ Mike Love and give him a moment to just kind of speak his piece, if you will, for lack of a better term, based on what we're talking about. Just a little bit about what's just going on and his feeling, especially being, no pun intended, on the front lines and watching these things happen and his life, his own personal house being possibly affected by the changes that are going on in our country. So to make a hard turn and just to lighten the mood just a little, we're going to give away these tickets, right?
It is the Way Up edition, the Monopoly series. Shout out to Miss Keys, my artist that is going to be performing on Friday as well. So she dropped these all for us so you guys can win a way to get in.
Yeah,
absolutely free. Hey. So I'm gonna give y'all if y'all Vinyl Word fans, right? You may not have to be a Vinyl Word fan. You can be a Wu fan.
You can be a Wu fan.
If you watched the Wu-Tang episode yesterday,
this is gonna be good.
Tell me the one thing that Raekwon did for Ghostface, so Ghostface looked at him a little bit different. If you can tell me what happened, because you know they were feuding in the beginning, right?
Good. This is a good one.
Raekwon did an olive branch yesterday, and I want you to say
too
what
much
it
more.
is.
You're gonna give it away.
Yeah, he did. He did something for Ghostface. If you can tell me what it is, call in. The number is 917-994-0362. 0362 917 994 0362. You'll be able to have a way to get 2 tickets, not just one. You can get yourself and your boo. You can go and have a good time as well.
Have a good time.
All right, DJ Mike Love.
Yes, sir.
Your show, sir. Talk
My
to us.
show.
How you feeling? Tell us what you think.
I honestly don't know. Like, I just wish we would help.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's like it almost feels like we're picking and we're choosing who we help and how we help them and how we treat people. And the video that surfaced, that's not how we should be treating people coming to this country for help. Like you leave, you risk your life to go somewhere else to get some kind of help. And then when you get there, you get your ass whooped.
It's the thanks you get.
Yeah, like if we can't help them, just let's point them in the direction of a country that is willing to help them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even with the Afghans, like we damn sure can't take all those refugees here, but we found some place that could take them. Why can't we do that for Haiti?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Just that simple. Help.
Agree with you. And Mike, just while I'm here getting your opinion, and Prince and I just kind of turning this over to you to get your opinion. Just all of this seems to trickle down to people's frustrations are so evident right now. We have even been seeing this. School just started. School hasn't been in anywhere for more than a month at this point, I don't think. And we're seeing school shootings right back here on our soil in VA. We just saw one of the most horrific school shootings, and it wasn't even because it was fatalities. I just use the word horrific because it's here, and we don't see that here. A school shooting, and what really made it terrifying is that one of our own, Double XL from Goat Talk Radio, is a principal at that very school, at Heritage High School in Newport News, Virginia. Wow. And what do you think about seeing these children respond this way? What was alleged to have happened is that there was a young person going to the high school who got frustrated from being bullied and reacted this way. I don't know that to be true or not. That has not been substantiated, but that is what I saw more than 3 or 4 times as what perpetuated this particular incident. But how do you think that is related? And what's your commentary period about that, especially now that it's home? Sometimes things don't seem to matter or resonate as much with us until it gets close to our front door.
Well, first of all, that's crazy because I didn't know there was an active shooter at a high school today. I did hear about it. Was what?
Just a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah. Still, I didn't hear about it. I heard about the shooting today at a Kroger, but I did not hear about the school shooting. And that's tough because, one, I'm almost 20 years removed from high school, so I can't really say if the counselors are doing anything about it. I know it's terrifying because I have a kid who's going to be he'll be in middle school in 2 years. And I would be devastated if I were to turn on the TV one day and to find out that my son was shot in school because somebody else's kid was bullying another person's kid. And before the parents could step in, this kid that was being bullied just took it out on everybody. And my son happened to be in the way. And then secondly, like these parents got to get a grip and talk to their kids, make sure they know what's going on with their kids, what's going on at the schools. Cause I'll beat my kids' asses if I find out they're bullies.
Listen,
and keep your fucking guns where kids can't get to them.
Thank you.
Like I have a weapon in my house and I'll probably buy more, but I don't have any right now since my kids are young. But I know for damn sure all my guns will be either locked away or have locks on them. And my kids won't have access to any of them. Like my kids will grow up not even knowing that there are guns in the house.
Right.
Like some of this stuff, the parents have to do a lot better.
They have to. I agree with you 100%. And it's hard, being a parent, it's hard to say, I've never been a parent that just says, everything that my children do is right. And that we got a saying in my crib. My kids repeat it to you themselves. I discipline you when you're wrong, and I defend you when you're right. Period. Because I can't raise them defending them all the time and then turn them loose into a world that's going to chew them up and spit them out. You know what I'm saying? They have to be prepared to be accountable. It is really what it boils down to. But I was looking even at the two Florida teens just a couple of weeks ago, the two white boys who were planning, and they got caught at the planning phase because they're real smart, obviously, who were planning to shoot up their school. And one of their mothers, they were planning to do a Columbine style school shooting. And one of their mothers, by the way, one of those boys or both of them combined, and I won't quote myself in this because I'm not looking at the story right away, but I did see a report that either combined or one of those boys had a history of the police being called to their home over 80 times.
That's wild.
So for the parents to get on TV and acting like, what do you mean? Well, no. But one of the parents of one of those two little white boys that was planning a Columbine style shooting in Florida said, I think it's gone way too far. You're right. Your son did go too far. But what she was talking about too far was the discipline being imposed on her son. He didn't realize that it was this, it was this egregious. And of course, she wasn't smart enough to use a word like egregious. She said it was this big of a deal. That's the elementary language she used. And said, he shouldn't be locked up. Like it was really sad. It was really.
You are stupid and delusional if you think that your son was planning a Columbine style shooting and he planned to take people's lives, he shouldn't be locked up. He should absolutely be locked up.
Yes.
Does he need help? Absolutely. But he does not need to be with other kids.
Whoop his ass.
That literally should have made the news because the mama was beating his ass, whooping his ass from the school to the police car door. That should have made the news.
Facts.
You understand? And I am looking at the report. And yes, between these two boys, their homes combined, the deputies have visited their homes nearly 80 times combined.
And you know what? The boys should have been removed from those homes.
A long time ago.
80
times? 80 times?
At time number 5, they need to start an investigation.
3. You being generous at 5.
That's wow.
You know what I'm saying? But this is the kind of thing. This is why I think too. Seriously, y'all. This is why I think so much goes on in our society with some of these people. Some of it is mental illness, which is a very real illness, and we can't take that lightly. But so much of this is attributed to, when I look at the news, parents enabling and excusing their children's behavior. And when they do it young, they'll certainly do it when they get older. I've seen, I get so disheartened as we get ready to close the show out here in just a couple minutes. I get so disheartened, y'all, seeing these young men, especially young black men, young black boys, especially, but any young people, be hurt or get in trouble or worse, die at the hands of the streets. And their parents get on TV and, woe is me to the third degree and my child. And it is, there's not anything that anybody can do that would excuse anybody taking somebody's life. I'll never say, well, he did this. That is not my judgment call. But I'm saying that my point is, when these parents get on TV and they're broke down to the ground, absolutely, their child is gone, right? Or locked up or being accused or being in the public eye for doing the wrong thing. But your child was hell on wheels.
You know that.
It was hell on wheels. They done shot multiple people. They done, they done destroyed many people's lives. They done hurt somebody. They done stole. And it wasn't that's what they used to do. They children, so kids don't have no, I used to do this and now I've changed my life. You ain't lived long enough to change your life. They died in the midst of their mess. And that's the risk you take when you indulge in mess or when you are the mess. And that, again, I'll say over and over again, that does not excuse somebody taking somebody else's life. There's never a reason for that unless that's what you asked for, which is what happened at the Kroger parking lot. I think the guy caught somebody breaking in his car and he handled it the way he should have. And they ended up pulling guns on each other, and the perpetrator lost his life, and his accomplice got caught because he caught one of the bullets in the leg. He didn't die, but he got caught because he can't run far with a bullet in your leg. So when you go looking to get hurt or killed or shot or maimed because you're doing the wrong thing, I'm sorry, what's your excuse?
Yeah. Listen, this has been a really deep show,
It really
and I hope you guys got a lot out of that. And, you know, we try to give you these moments as well. We like to entertain you and keep you laughing and stuff, but it's stuff to think about, you, especially when you have children and people that are out there in the world where they leave the house. You never know what the next thing is going to happen. So thank y'all for riding out with us today. I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but I legitimately just feel like we need to leave it on a better note, like a higher note. You know, and I know we'll go over just a few minutes. I can't hear. Are you ready? Check it out.
Mike Love.
Bitch, you ain't got nothing on the wrist. Every other day, my whole
dress code switch.
And just in case you trying to clock me like
Sherry,
all y'all crabs ain't got to
worry.
Can't get a brother like me down a dozen. Even if I'm smoked out, I can't be
out.
I'm too ill. I represent Park Hill. See my face on a $20 visit. We getting out of here, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all.
It's us here, Prince Hakeem, Beck G, Mike Love on the Vinyl Word Show. Y'all tune in next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, Wu-Tang Radio. Thanks for joining us. All right, we out of here. Right on the call.